Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Xgody. This is the Xgody X2 Android 12 Portable HD Projector. And this does have Android 12 built in, 2 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of storage for apps and games, and you have full access to the Play Store. We're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's take a look at everything that comes in the box with the X2. We're going to start with a quick installation guide here. And I do want to leave this up at this point in the video because these are the specifications here. You do have a 3-watt speaker. It's LCD technology, native 720p, but supports 4K playback, which we'll show a little bit later. There is electronic focus on here as well, so you can do that right from the remote. Speaking of the remote itself, here is some of the button assignments for the remote, and you do have a F+ and an F- for your focus in the bottom right. The rest of this is going to show you how to add your Wi-Fi or your Bluetooth devices because this does run on Android 12. Now for power, we do have a standard 2-prong to 2-prong AC power adapter for this, and there is no internal battery included, so you will have to have it plugged in. Now they do include an HDMI cable here in case you want to hook this up to anything like a game console or whatever you might have that runs HDMI. We do get a tripod with this, and this is a fairly nice tripod because this unit is rather small. Now this is a compact and lightweight unit. It's 16 by 12.5 by 12 centimeters and only weighs half a kilogram total. Now you have a leveler here to level this out if you're going to put it on a desktop and you don't want to use the tripod. And we also have our remote control here, and you can see that the F+ and F- are here for you to control the electronic focus right from the remote. You also have a mouse feature. It does take 2 AAA batteries that are not included, so just make sure that you have some on hand. As for the device itself, again, very small and compact, not going to take up a lot of space. We have a nice lens on the front here with our IR LED at the front, some venting on both sides. We do have a power button up here and an F- and F+ for electronic focus. And then on the back, we do have that 3-watt speaker. We do have a slider here for our keystone correction, our DC power input, a 3.5 millimeter audio out, a full HDMI out, and 2 full USB port outputs or inputs, and then another IR port on the back as well. On the bottom, we've got 4 feet to hold this in place, and again, either a tripod or you're going to have that leveler there that you can put in to keep this in place. So if you don't want to use a tripod, you can use the leveler. This is super easy and super quick to do, no problems whatsoever to screw this in, and it's going to take a standard tripod mount as well. So there you go for the unboxing of the Xgody X2. Let's get right into it and see what it offers on the software side. Okay, so this is your basic skin that they have on the X2 here. This is pretty much a nice clean setup. You can add widgets of installed apps at the bottom here, like I can just add a YouTube app at the bottom, and you can add more along the bottom if you want, but Netflix and YouTube are already there and pre-installed, as is the Google Play Store, which is very important. You also have applications for a full list of your applications, settings, files, and your input, which is currently set to HDMI, but loving the fact that I have access to the Google Play Store so that anything that's on the Google Play Store, I'll be able to install on this and use it as well. Now in network settings, we're going to be able to set up our Wi-Fi connection. Same thing for Bluetooth. So you do have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth with this. So if you want to hook up some external Bluetooth speakers, you can do so. You can change your language. We can do our projection settings. And in projection settings, we can change the orientation, like desktop forward to, ceiling, or if we wanted to do this in reverse, we can zoom in or out if we have a smaller space where we need to project to, and we can calibrate our angles and use that in automatic mode as well, all from the projection screen. Now in screencast, this is where you're going to go in and be able to cast to either iOS or Android. I'll show you that in just a second. And in other settings, we do have our signal source, which can default to the home page and will by default. And then we have more settings, and as you can see here, we've got a pretty basic Android looking experience for device preferences, apps, remotes and accessories, your accounts, and of course your Wi-Fi. This supports casting your device either via AirPlay or Transcreen for Android devices. You do have built-in AirPlay for iOS devices. This is a pretty easy thing to do. You can just get the Transcreen app, and then you'll be able to launch it on your Android phone, and you'll see that there is my Android phone, comes up no problems. Don't have any issues with this. It's fast and responsive. No problems whatsoever kind of moving around or being able to view what's on my screen. It's nice and bright, good color accuracy, and as you can see, the scrolling doesn't have any issues here with the Transcreen app. So this works out really well if you want to cast your device to the projector directly and watch your home movies. If you want to watch something copy protected like Netflix, and then just use that on the projector itself, because copyrighted material will not be able to be viewed while casting. And of course, as I said before, you do have full access to the Google Play Store, which is an awesome thing to have here if you're looking for other things to install, like movies and TV apps, or music apps, weather apps, news apps. You've got a ton of options here, thousands and thousands of apps that you can install just because you have access to the Google Play Store because it's running on Android. And of course you have Netflix already built in there, but you could do something like Disney Plus or other ones as well. Now let's take a look here at files, because I do want to show you, of course, the quality of the playback for this device. I captured some Marvel's Spider-Man remastered in 4K, so we're going to do a 4K playback of the file at the pretty much 75% volume here, so that you can hear and of course see what everything is like in default settings.
Now friends, you know I'm always open to differing points of view. So after a police officer called me out on social media for being too hard on Spider-Man, and it went viral and people just wouldn't shut up about it, I agreed to a debate. Officer, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, so me and my guys went a shootout with some desperate characters who had nothing to lose. I mean, they didn't care if we all lived or died. And somebody would have, trust me, if Spider-Man hadn't helped us.
All right, fair enough.
So as you can see, for such a small projector, this boosts 12,000 lumens and a 9,000 to 1 color contrast ratio. And this shows here on this clip, you can see that it's definitely bright enough. You can look at the corners of the screen and they're not fuzzy. These are the things that I look at when I review projectors, and this one does a very good job. And this is a 4K encoded file. Zooming in and out on this file or backwards and forwards on it, you get no slowdown whatsoever. The projector does a great job at playing back 4K files, which is great. This bundled with the fact that you do have everything running on Android, which means you do have all those apps from the Google Play Store and a lot of options to be able to install things here, make this a really nice platform if you're going to do a lot of binge watching media or playing games from your console or PC. This works out really, really well with a nice, clean, easy interface from Xgody. So there you go. That's my review of the Xgody Model X2 portable HD Android 12 smart projector. Now this is a really nice projector because it's super small and compact. It's not going to take up a lot of room. The brightness on it for such a small model is very, very good, as you saw in the playback that I did, the test for the video. The audio is just a 1 3-watt speaker, but you do have options to either put in headphones or via Bluetooth hook up external speakers as well. And the fact that we have Android 12 running on this means that we have a lot of access to many apps that you can put on from the Google Play Store. Overall, I enjoyed reviewing this, and I'm definitely giving it a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.